The unemployed actress, take one. Let's go. Hello and welcome to this week's episode of The Unemployed Actress. I am Lobcke. I am her is she, and she is me. As you can see, I'm coming to you from a little bit of a different seating position. This is the guest couch. I was supposed to have a guest with me today, but due to unforeseen circumstances, that is very much a problem in our country. Her car was broken into, so she couldn't see us today. But I'm here, so let's keep the good times rolling. I'm not even gonna waste time. Let's get right into it. Anybody seen the Big Bang Theory episode where Penny gets everybody together and she's booked a role in NCIS? So everyone is at the guy's apartment. They're going to watch her episode. It's really exciting. Everyone thinks this is Penny's big break. She's called her family back home. The family's gathered to watch it. And as she's watching the episode, she realizes her scene isn't in the episode. And she goes, where's my diner scene? Where's my diner scene? Oh my God, I've been cut. This also happens in Friends, where Joey also has the group around and his grandmother. And it's also one of these crime shows and they're watching it. And he goes, and everyone's like, what's the matter? He's like, oh no, my scene's been cut. And they go, well, how do you know that? He's like, you see that body bag? I'm in there. And it's like, whoa, wow. I tell you these tales because I too have been a victim of the cutting room floor. It was, oh my God. Let me start from the beginning. Let me start from the beginning so that we can get on the same page, right? I got booked for a TV series. It's a featured extra role. So I got some acting bits to do and I was ready and prepared, everything lovely. Got on set, got into makeup, did all the necessary things. Was in makeup for more than half the day before we actually started shooting my scene. And then we went in to shoot. And we did it. Listen, we went in. I was acting my ass off. Just, and I left and I felt great and I was so excited about it. And I got called about a week later for some pickups. So I went to go shoot again. Vibes. And then, cool. And as you go, you leave it for the next few months. And then we got the email to say the series is about to be released. Here's all the hashtags to use. Go nuts on social media. And I'm going nuts on social media. But something in my brain is going, maybe don't do this. Maybe don't do this. Remember Penny? Remember Penny? And I don't know why that was a thought I had, right? Because it's so obscure. But there we are. The first episode airs and I'm watching it. And I'm not in the first episode, I'm in episode 7. And I'm watching it and the credits roll and my name's in the credits. And I'm like, why is my name in the credits? I was not in this episode. Okay. But I don't think too much of it. My name's there, so my face should be there at some point. Yes? Great, fine. Again, I'm in episode 7. I pull up my script to make sure to see what episode I'm supposed to be in episode 7. Tell my mom, and my mom, she tells everybody. Lobcke is in episode 7 of this TV series. Fabulous. And they're watching week after week after week after week. And episode 7 comes around. I'm watching the episode and the episode is watching me and we are watching each other. And the credits roll. And there's no me. There's no me. I read the script and I was like, oh, maybe I'm going to be in another episode. No. The script had moved on. So there was no way for me to be in another episode. Mom calls and she says, what happened? We didn't see you. I was like, yeah, I think I was cut from the episode. And she goes, oh, okay, that's not so bad. That's fine. What do you think it was? And look, my mom loves probing questions. My mom loves, what do you think it was? Do you think it was this? And then she hypothesizes, and all her hypotheses just make it even more miserable. So I was just like, I don't know what happened, Mom. They just cut me. I'm done, okay? And I hung up. And I called my best friend, and I was just so sad because I was like, that was my big break. That was my chance. That was my chance. Listen, once people saw my face on TV, I was just going to get more requests and it was going to be me. Just me. No, there was no face. There was no face. It was so disheartening. It was so disheartening. I don't know anyone who that's happened to. I actually haven't asked any of my friends to be like, guys, has this happened to you? Because I still, before today, have not spoken about that. Because it just felt like, was I not good enough? Was my acting bad? Like, why didn't I feature? What was it about like my performance that I didn't feature? And I remember once I was driving in an Uber, and the Uber driver had picked me up from a casting, and he saw my little number. And he's like, oh, were you at a casting? And I was like, oh, are you in the business? And he's like, yeah, he's an editor. I'm like, you're driving an Uber. He's like, yeah, well, it's not season. So there's not a lot of work right now. So I drive Uber in my spare time. I'm like, yeah, fair enough. This is another artist who has to do something else, right? And we were talking about editing and whatever. And then I said, yeah, I'm not a big fan of editors because as an actor, they just go ahead and cut you from things, and even though you've given a great performance. And he started laughing and he's like, oh, you know what? It's not always your acting. Sometimes continuity doesn't allow your scene to be in there because a cup was moved or there was something that shouldn't have been there, or the sound people didn't get good enough sound for your scene, and that's why the scene had to be cut. And I'm like, but I went in for pickups. I went in for pickups for them to fix the wrongs. And he's like, yeah, it's not always you. It's a big culmination of things. I mean, sometimes it's you. I was like, geez, thanks, guy. And he's like, no, but most of the time it's not you. But that was a very humbling experience. That was one of those things where I was like, okay, how do I deal with this? Where do I go from here? And funnily enough, that was the last thing I shot. That was the last thing I shot. Before that, I did 2 commercials and like a small feature, not even a feature, but just a small bit in a movie. And then I shot that. So, and that was my first year of getting an agent, right? I've said I haven't shot anything in 2 years. In the first year, I shot 4 things. So I thought, ooh, yes, I'm gonna be working. Just look at this year. I was shooting commercial, phone, series, let's go. It's been 2 years and we haven't gone. But yeah, having your scene cut is horrific work. It's horrific work. You're just there like, the but, and the coming back of that, I don't think I won't have that anxiety again if I book things. And I feel like even if I booked a leading role, I'd still be like, are they gonna cut me? Are they gonna cut me? Are they gonna cut me? They didn't cut me? Hey, it's good. It's good. But until that happens, I think I always have this trepidation about being left on the cutting room floor and not having my face on television. So yeah. Anyone with that experiences, please tell me how it went for you. Please tell me how that went for you and how you overcame that, because I don't think I have. Like I said, I think I'll always, doesn't matter what role I shoot for, if I'm on set for days on end, I'll always have that little bit of like, are they gonna take my screen time from me? So yeah, I think that'll always be something that stays with me. But if you've experienced that, please sound off in the comments. Let me know what that role was, how that went. I love reading the comments about these things because it just makes me feel like, okay, this is the point of the podcast. I'm not alone in this. People are actually experiencing this. It's wild, it's fun, it's ridiculous, it's sad. But it's the nature of the business, and to be able to have a platform for us to just share that experiences, I think is pretty damn amazing. So that was it, short and sweet for today, nothing long. Like, share, subscribe, send it to everybody, your friends, your mama, and then some. Tell them I'm an unemployed actress who would like to be an employed actress, so we need to make that happen. Thank you so much for joining me this week. Have a good one.